subsistence is important for our people.
Stuff costs pretty expensive around here for a lot of stuff around here because it takes quite a bit just to send them here.
If you go to the store, the cost for beef, a little piece of steak might be $20 to $30. But if you buy, let's say 3 steaks, you can buy maybe enough gas for the same price to go out there and get yourself a caribou, get yourself a seal, get yourself greens from the outdoors. But the subsistence means just a way of living that our people before us and generations before have taught us.
I subsist all 4 seasons of the year. I know where my food comes from. I know where I can get it, and I know what is in it because I process it myself. The bearded seal is what we hunt in the spring. It's the biggest seal out of 3 species that are around.
The ladies, we come down with our illus, sharpen them. Gotta have all our warm gear on because it's real cold working down there. Anyways, we'll start cutting it open, and we usually have a couple people to help us because when we're cutting it, it's pretty heavy. You gotta have a hook to hook on the side while we cut. There's a couple parts when we first cut it. There's a couple parts that we save. We hang those and we'll cut the spine off, and then we'll put that aside because that's the part we'll give away to family or elders or people that don't go out, that don't have a boat or whatever. We'll cut it all up, then the men will hang the meat. After we do that, we'll let the blubber dry for a few days. If it rains, you got to cover them with cardboard. But when it's sunny out, you take the cardboard off, let the blubber dry. After it get oily, that's when you will take the blubber off the skin, and then you'll cut it into strips, the blubber only, and you put it in a 30-gallon container, and you'll cover that in a cold place. Don't let the sun get to it. Let the oil render. The blubber, it will turn to oil. When that's ready, that's when you will get your meat that's drying. They'll be dried, you'll put them away. But when everything is ready, that's when you get your buckets. My family does it. They put the blubber on the bottom, the skin down, and then they'll put their meat, and then they'll put the blubber, and then they'll put the guts, the ilgoiks. They'll put those in the bucket, and you just keep filling it up until it fill up, and then when your bucket is full, then you go on to the next one and do that until all your blubber and oil and meat is all gone.
Using seal oil daily is a supplement for nutrition. But you basically you have seal oil with everything.
Yeah, I don't think we could live without it. It's pretty hard. Like some people, if they don't have seal oil, it feels like you're missing something on your plate. Yeah, there's a big difference. So we try to put it away every year. And then while that's happening, your meat is drying. You flip them every day so they don't get stink. And then when it's hard enough, then you'll
split them open.
Yeah, you'll split them open, not all the way, but just enough to dry again. And then after that, after they're dry enough, the meat, then that's when you would cut them.
Continue splitting.
Like a butterfly. They call them what? Dijaji, but they call it like a butterfly. You cut the meat, and then it will slowly
fall down and continue. Like
a piece of meat, it's like this thick or whatever, but it's gonna get like that long, like a thin, big piece of beef jerky or something. dried.
The seal meat in general, once you eat it, it's really dark meat, so it's got, I would say, a large source of iron. So, like iron is very important for your, blood flowing in your body. And during the winters, we don't have very much sun. So I think sunlight, the vitamin D, it might be vitamin D that's stored inside the seals gives us that supplement of when we're lacking the sunlight, we're eating the seal oil, which carries vitamin D.
Working at the racks is a lot of work, but if your parents or grandparents ask you to go out and help, even to cut the blubber, the strips, that's a big help.
They cut off all the meat and leave the skin. It's better to put it on ice instead of the ground, and they wait till the top part dries. What they used to use is a wooden stake, and they make holes all around the skin, and then they stretch it into the ground. Oh, they make a lot of stuff. The Ugruks, the bearded seal, they use for mukluk bottoms.
I make hats, baby mukluks, little ornaments for the Christmas tree. I made a few little wallets or little purses before. I make sealskin gloves, the sealskin with beaver. Hair pretties for the girls. Earrings.
We hardly get Ugruks with snow machine nowadays. We gotta wait till it break up. It's too thin and dangerous to go out there like that nowadays. Maybe like 15 years ago, we used to be still hunting right now. The ice still used to be out here. But nowadays it just goes real fast, maybe in a week or two, and it'll all be gone.
Global warming, it's real, it's true. We see it firsthand here every year. But I was taught to watch the weather and learn the hunting conditions from my dad and my grandparents, my uncles. So I kind of try to stay on top of it, and even though time is changing and the weather changes, I still try to get out there as much as I can.
I think the best part about hunting is just that process where your body's just becoming one with nature in a way, and you got no distractions that are bothering you. That's what I enjoy most about hunting.
The food we make out of it is well worth it, It's what I grew up on, I guess. Plus, it tastes a lot better than what you're buying at the store.
I brought my youngest brother hunting out this spring, and he caught his first Ugruk, and he gave that to an elder as it being his first one he caught. But even with caribou or moose or like any kind of your first catch, whatever you're hunting and it's your first catch, we always share it with elders. Kids around here, I could see a big group of them that want to learn. You can tell just by living here. And my advice to the younger guys would be, sometimes it's tough to be out there. You gotta be tough. I mean, physically and mentally, but you don't gain that strength all at once. It doesn't come from one trip. It happens over a period of years. To the younger generation, I just kind of remind them to stay strong, keep positive, and good things will come around.
Traditional ways is always the best ways.